Welcome back to the Daily Dose. I'm Susan. That's Robert. We're connecting. We're
Literally.
figuring out what connection means. It doesn't always mean we're playing the same ball game. It can highlight how we're not communicating. It can
Well,
be verbal, nonverbal.
yeah, didn't we see that several times in the class today in the Jam for Joy? It was fun. When the the last game we played, I realized going around, I didn't explain this game all the way through because almost nobody was playing it the way I thought they were going to play it.
Whoops.
And it wasn't wrong, it wasn't bad. I was just going, "Oh, that's not what I meant." And I really, again, very clear up here.
Well, I've seen any number of times when that kind of thing happens and you go, oh, that's a new game. That's I didn't mean for that to happen, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
And
really.
somebody called you out today by saying, and then you showed up. It was like, oh, it was Kelly, right? Like this and this and this, and then you showed up.
which
Become a new game.
which is so great because yeah, if I weren't hearing that in a gamified mode of fun mode, it'd be like, what is it? Wait, can I not be there? Is that wrong? Were you doing something you weren't supposed to? And none of that was good. It was just instead, yeah, it was immediately like, oh, how could I yes and this because it's funny.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So our three C's are creativity,
yeah.
communication, right, and connection. Is that right?
No,
Or
not usually
communication and
connection.
connection are the same.
Yeah, that connection works. So I've got about 7 or 8 other C's that fit. But as per the original study, creativity, communication, and confidence,
Oh, confidence.
right? But connection works. I mean, there's tons of other C's. It's just, the old rule of threes in terms of research. That's what came out of the qualitative studies. Um, but it's interesting, we keep playing and keep evolving how connection can kind of wrap up maybe all of those. You get to
Yes.
creativity, you get to confidence, you get to communication via connection, right? This is where sometimes a lovely little diagram can help. Just if you were to draw those 3 points and then put a circle around it and say that's connection, that basically allows those things. It's almost like the Stutz thing, right? You don't have to do these big dynamic whatever blah 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 interconnected things. It's just like just sketch it out and this is what I mean, and now it's visible.
Yeah. So you could have a Venn diagram with anything and then just call the intersecting part
Connection.
connection, and it will almost always work.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, if we follow back to our dear friend Brene Brown, shout out. If we're hardwired for that, and that's truly what we're trying to get, if that's where the good stuff gets, if that's what happens, we feel better when we're connected to ourselves, to others. And by the way, that's a subset for teamwork, which is where our best work as a species happens when we're connected. Um, we
Yeah.
need to do everything to create the environment to make that possible. That's our job. Create an environment.
The community. Yeah. Yeah. The gestalt of the community. Yeah.
Safe and brave.
I'm surprised that the one that's really historically for me, since I've been doing this work with you, is the most important. I'm surprised that's the one I forgot, which is confidence. But that's the one that it's become more present.
Yeah,
So maybe I'm less conscious of it. I'm more out front, out there.
it's good. I mean, you never want to assume it, of course. However, at the same time, when you're in flow with it, you don't have to think about it. It's there. And again, I think good that you recognize it was a deficit previously and it's grown into an asset now,
Hmm. Hmm.
a strength that you have. And
We've been
that's great.
celebrating. F words, and now you've got a collection of C words. Man, we could just like tackle the alphabet,
Well,
change
and
the
that's
world.
it. I mean, we know as we potentially take this show on the road that's starting next week, it's going to need different names in every city, and we'll come up with them.
Rock and roll, okay, that
And that
works.
is today's Daily Dose.